I wake up to beat the sun from her glory. I'm only one cigarette away from mobility. It's always punch in, punch out. Go to work and go back home. There's only one chance left, and I know, where she is waiting. I wake up to beat the sun from her.
Wee-hoo! I-5 MADHATTER coming at you again today. Yep. Back on the I-5, you know, this wonderful crawl. 5:30 in the afternoon on St. Patty's Day. Oh, speaking of St. Patty's, did you know that feller wasn't Catholic? He wasn't Catholic. He was what they call a Sabbath keeper. You know, like them Seventh-day Adventists. Huh. Imagine that. They put him in them fancy pointy hats them Catholics do, and they claim a guy that, you know, they said that he ran all the snakes out of Ireland. They weren't snakes. Ireland's never had snakes. He was talking about serpents. You know, the Sunday worshipers. I don't know about all that stuff. I mean, I do, but I don't. You know, I don't know what's real, what's fake, what's not fake, what's, you know, gonna be real, what's not gonna be real. All I know is I believe in a creator. That the creator created all the things that we see, me, you, all these cars. And you know, if you don't believe in a creator or higher power or something like that, I've said it before, higher power could be a doorknob. If it keeps you from going from one room to the next room, it could be a doorknob that's your higher power. So, you know, just know this, know that, that's all. But anyhow, those of you going out to have a green beer, have one for me, because I might not get home until, I don't know, 10:30 tonight because of all this traffic. So beautiful up here today. You see that sun shining on my face, bright shiny thing in the sky. That's what we call it. Back home we used to just call it, oh my God, it's going to be hot, or oh my God, the sun's out and it's colder than hell. Anyhow, I digress big time. I wanted to get on here and talk to you a little bit more about all this gun control stuff. You know, I don't agree with anybody messing with my Second Amendment, just like I don't agree with anybody messing with my First Amendment. And that's why I'm on here. I'm on here to talk to you folks about your rights, about what's happening on this planet that y'all are, you know, a little bit I don't know, blind to. Maybe not so much some of you folks coming on my channel, but just know I don't want this to be an echo chamber at all. I want some input into things. I want you folks to give me some feedback. Let me know if I've told you some things that you didn't know about. Because I'm all about looking for things that people just don't know. You know, I like to talk about, you know, these higher powers that, you know, we might not know exactly what to call them other than, you know, angels. Huh? I said angels. What if the angels were looked upon as aliens? You know, because I mean, they weren't created here on earth. They were created in heaven, and a different world than the earth. But yet we know that they came to this earth. A whole bunch of bad ones, you know, the ones that rebelled against the creator in his heaven, her heaven. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty sure that there's a male and a female, because he said, let us go down and make man in our image. So he did, she did, both did, we, us, you know, plural. You know, what if God was just looking for slaves to dig stuff up? And how would those gods that were alien gods, how would they keep us slaves? How would they keep us in control? Well, they put you against me, us against them, Democrats against Republicans, one nation against another nation, wars, rumors of wars, calamities of all kind, you know? Well, this tribe's going to fight that tribe because that tribe's got more money. Or this tribe's got less money than the other tribe that doesn't have any money less than them. They're going to come over and take their resources anyways. That's what it's all been about. Control of the masses. And it's written down. They do it right in front of us. They do it bold-faced right in front of us. So, I think that the powers that be are starting to figure out us ants out here, that there's a whole lot more of us ants than there are grasshoppers. Because I know you've seen that movie Ants with your kids. And if you haven't seen that movie Ants with your kids, the cartoon, go watch it. It's got a hell of a message to it. Because when one ant stands up, what do? The big old grasshoppers try to crush him. Because they know if we all stand up and we all stand up together, no matter what kind of ants we are, little black ants, sugar ants, the red ants, the stinging ants, the bullet ants, if all of us ants get together, 7 billion of us, we could go up against the powers that be and do something different. Do something way different. Like get rid of these oligarchs. And that's all our country in America is. It's an oligarch ran by 2 families, predominantly 2 families. The Clintons and the Bushes. Yeah. All the way back for years and years and years, and presidents upon presidents upon presidents. This is something I haven't talked about. But all the presidents have been related, to and include Mr. Obama. Mr. Obama is related to Clinton and related to Bush. Yep. Presidents are not elected, folks. They're selected. They're not elected by us. That voting box is nothing but a suggestion box for us ants. So I want you to go and look some stuff up and make sure you check your sources. Don't just believe anything that comes up off of Google and Bing and any of those whiffy waffles that, you know, they tell you what they want you to hear. You know, the grasshoppers that run the Google, the grasshoppers that run Bing and Microsoft and the internets. They're a whole bunch of grasshoppers. They're just keeping us ants down. Crushing us as fast as they can find us. They do it through here on the YouTubes too. I've watched plenty of my friends get out here and talk about the truth, and you know, they don't cause any strife. They don't cause any harm to anybody. And you notice I don't speak other than in generalities. Now, I got very specific about the families that are the oligarchs of this country, but I've only talked about 2. There's plenty of them. Plenty of them. And they're all in cahoots together. The great big corporations, all the way down to the smaller corporations. But the great big corporations, those CEOs, they've been primed and groomed to run those big companies. They don't earn it, they get selected. Yeah. I got so sick and tired of working for one of those great big companies, because I bust my ass for that company, I wouldn't get anything in return. I got a paycheck. Get any recognition for doing the right things because it was the right things to do. In fact, I got in trouble for doing the right things. Which that's exactly what they want to do. They don't want to see anybody stand up, show up, and shut them up. Well, that's what this channel is all about. Standing up, showing up, and shutting them up. It's time. Yep. So I'm going to talk a little bit about something different. Adware. Advertisements on your channels. There are programs, software programs that you can download onto your computer that will shut all the advertisements off of your computer for free. Did you know that? It'll speed your computer up if you're watching this on your computer. I haven't found the application for my cell phone yet to shut the advertisements off. But you know, when you're watching a YouTube video and it has like 5-6 dozen stupid commercials on it. I don't do commercials on mine. I'm not gonna say never. When I got 1,000 of you watching, I'm gonna start giving away silver as we start getting thousands of watchers. I'll start giving away silver, and I'm gonna give away that silver so that you guys can make yourself some of that ionic silver and that colloidal silver. That's some good stuff, man. I healed an abscessed tooth that was getting ready to abscess on me, and dentist told me I was going to have a root canal. Nope. Started rinsing with the colloidal silver. Started brushing my teeth with toothpaste that has colloidal silver in it, and infection's gone. Teeth are back to normal. Didn't have to have a doctor do anything to my teeth. That's true. That's pretty cheap. Spend $60 on a bottle of silver when you can make it yourself. So as we get further up, we'll start teaching you guys how to do some of that colloidal silver stuff. But there's plenty of videos to do that. Plenty. Just put in colloidal silver, ionic silver, and they'll teach you how to make it. Doesn't take a whole lot of equipment. It takes one little power source. Costs about $30 on the interwebs, and a piece of silver. An ounce of silver will make you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bottles before you run out of silver. And one quart bottle will last you a long time. And so, you know, I'm getting way off the topic of grasshoppers and ants. Anyway, folks, I don't put any commercials on my channel for one reason. Because I don't want to make them any more money. And if we all get ad blocker and put it on our computers, we'll speed our computers up, speed our programs up, speed up our web pages, take all the advertisements and the clickbait and all that stuff off of our YouTube channels, and you know what? We hit them right where it hurts, right in the old pocket. I'm going to keep talking about how you're going to hit the big boys in the pocket. I told you the other day about how to hit the bankers in the pocket. You take your money out of their banks. You don't do business with people who put their money in the banks, and you only do business with credit unions. And yeah, you can make yourself into a creditor, and at first, that's a difficult thing to do. But how do you think credit unions get started? A whole bunch of people get together, become creditors. They're usually the boards or the trustees of the credit union. And we get to elect who becomes the next creditor. So then they have to go out and become a creditor. Yeah. And then our money gets pooled together in something that you and I own. It might not be a great big piece of it, but you and I own it. And the more money we put into the credit union, the more we own of that credit union. How's that? Get better interest rates from the credit union on your CDs and such. Better interest rates on your savings account. Yeah. Go check into them credit unions. If you're still doing business with bankers and you're watching this channel, I suggest you go get with a credit union. Stop giving your money to the big boys. Stop it. You're just encouraging them. They're already doing enough evil to this world. So go get your money out the credit union, out of the banks, and put it into the credit unions. Stop doing business with people who do business at banks. Talk to your managers. Talk to your owners of these little businesses that you go do business with. Stop working with people who deal with bankers. You got to take the money away from them. Advertisers, people who get paid to advertise. Stop watching their channels if they put a whole bunch of advertisement on their channels. I'll lead you to some of the people who don't put advertisements on their channels because that's who I watch. I get sick and tired of seeing advertisements. Well, now, ad block. I can watch anything I want. Don't have to watch one commercial, period. And as soon as I find something for my cell phone, I won't have to watch ads on my cell phone either. So, anyways, folks, a couple more ways to kick the old grasshoppers right in the hard. Well, yeah, you know what I'm going to say. But just learn how to kick the grasshoppers, because they're going to kick you, and they got a hell of a lot bigger legs than you've got. So the faster that we can, one of us by thousands and thousands and millions of us take our money out of the banks, we can shut the banks down. And when we shut the banks down, we can shut the IRS down, because they're nothing but the collection arm of the banks. Yeah. But until next time, folks, keep your stick on the ice.